A good day, traders. Happy New Week. I hope everybody enjoyed their Easter weekend. It's been, I think this is the third week since I've uploaded anything. But to sort of catch up on Bitcoin, on the last video, you can remember that I was looking for buys somewhere around these levels, right? And then what was the continued going further down. So at this point right here, I ended up not taking the trades. And then last week, recently, let me just go through. Okay, as you can see, I ended up taking some buys on Bitcoin here on a prop firm account, which I have just passed. It's a 50k prop firm account. This was the sell setup that I initially had. So because Bitcoin was making lower lows and lower highs, we came to the support here, and I expected the market to continue going down. So on the 4-hour time frame, we had that setup where I expected the market to give us a lower high, so we could continue going further down. However, the market failed to break this support, and then ended up giving me a bullish setup, and then that's when I took the trade, and I passed the challenge on that trade. I also took some gold buys, two trades on two separate occasions, or I mean back-to-back days, on this day and the following day. These were the setups. I think, okay, these are the profits, as you can see, on the 31st of March, and then the other one was on the 30th of March on the same prop firm account. So this is what also got me to pass the phase 2 challenge. I was already on phase 2, I was no longer on phase 1. This was the buy setup on gold. So as if you recall, back on I made an analysis about gold back when the price was I think the price was somewhere here, yeah, around here, and I told you to look for sales on gold, and look what happened: lower lows and lower highs. So for my setup this time around, the market came back. Well, the market made a new lower low, and then we had this big rejection over here. So in my head, I was thinking, okay, this must be a support. Why are we rejecting like that on the daily time frame? Then the market went up for a couple of days. Then on the third day, we came back down with a very strong candle, bearish engulfing candle, but we still failed to break that low, right? So hence it indicates that we are on a strong support. It's probably time for a pullback. That's why I was looking for buys, right? A counter trend trade. That's why, if you can see here on my setup, I said gold counter trend buy setup, right? Then going on to the 4-hour, you can see that the 4-hour was making highs and lows, higher highs and higher lows, right? So all I did was I was looking for my buys here along this push, and all I had to target was this next high, which is where the sellers are. As you can see here, the H1 was making higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, and this is basically where I took both my trades. On the first trade, I took my trade around here when we broke this high, and then the second trade I took it when the price came back to retest here, and then yeah, basically those are the two trades that you guys haven't seen. Yeah, this was the original buy setup that I was looking for on Bitcoin. So meaning that from here, you know all of my setups, you have seen these setups. So yeah, that's basically the update for what was happening in the past 2 weeks. And then so for now, I can see that Bitcoin is still looking like giving us further buying opportunity, because we are failing to break this low, meaning that we are still respecting lows, right? So if we are still respecting lows, the next place that we are most likely going to is here. That is where we see an amount of a presence of the sellers, and here, right? So should we get that proper buy setup, we are gonna be targeting those two areas. This is where I caught that buy on Bitcoin, right? And as you can see now, we are starting to break highs and respect those. Right? I said I am looking for Bitcoin buys for this week. I don't know why is my laptop acting up, but something is up with my laptop. Maybe it needs an update or something. But yeah, so the market just made a new higher high. It is trying to make a new higher low. When we move on to the H1, we can see that the market is breaking a high over there, indicating bullish presence, and that was after a new higher high was created on the H1. So this means that Bitcoin going up. Actually, our initial entry could have been there. Anyway, that's also still fine, and then we target that high Bitcoin. Excuse me. So yeah, that is what I'm looking for on Bitcoin for now. As you can see, I like doing this because I know there's a lot of people who use trend lines. You can see that we were on a beautiful downtrend over here, and now the market has broken out, and we are just simply retesting right now. So I am expecting further buys on Bitcoin. As you can see, we are on a very strong support level, right? Hence we couldn't go any lower right there. So yeah, hence I'm looking for buys on Bitcoin. Let me just put that there as a support. So yeah, I'm looking for buys on Bitcoin. First take profit here, second take profit level over there. So yeah, that's it guys. Hope you managed to catch the trade.